Hello everyone, this is Dr. Shishma Sarila, consulting homeopath at Fidelis Homeopathy. Today we are going to discuss about what is the best form of treatment for fibroids. Is it allopathy or conventional form of treatment, or is it homeopathy? So let's dive into the topic to know more of which treatment benefits the fibroid patients more. Before knowing which treatment benefits fibroids patients more, let us know what are the symptoms of fibroids. The first and foremost symptom that people notice during fibroids is menstrual changes, or this menstruation bleeding appearing every 15 days in a month, or being prolonged from first of the month or in between the month to the end of the month, that is bleeding for more than 8 to 9 days. And apart from that, some people might even have bearing down sensation, as if some hand has a hold on the uterus and it's trying to pull it down. They have this bearing kind of sensation, and even pain in their lower hypogastric region, and also it can extend to the sacral level, or it can also extend anteriorly to the thighs. Apart from that, if the fibroid is subserosal in nature, if it is falling anteriorly, it can cause pressure symptoms on the urinary bladder, which can cause urge incontinence. Apart from that, if it is falling on the posterior part of the uterus, it can cause constipation symptoms. And if there is increased menstrual bleeding, it can cause, because there is a lot of blood going out, it can lead into iron deficiency anemia. Apart from that, there is weakness, obviously, because of a lot of blood leaving the body, and reproductive and obstetrical problems are also seen. What are reproductive and problems? If you can see here in the picture, you'll see that there are fibroids, right? But if the fibroid is located near the fallopian tube where the fertilization should take place, that is, the ovum is released from the ovaries, it travels all the way around and reaches the fallopian tube, and the sperm will swim from that vaginal area, cervix, from the uterus cavity to the fallopian tube to get fertilized, right? But if there is a fibroid which is obstructing the sperm path, or if there is a fibroid which is obstructing the ovum path, then that can lead into fertility or pregnancy issues. And also, as you can see here, if the fibroid is submucosal in area or submucosal in location, and also if it is intramural, you will see that after the person who is having these kind of fibroids can conceive, but they can face miscarriages or abortions, because the baby will not be able to grow properly in this congested area. So these are some of the reproductive and obstetrical problems that people might face. Apart from that, we've already discussed about urinary tract infections or urinary tract problems, which is urge incontinence because of pressure symptoms. And some people might experience severe sudden grasping, gripping, or cramping kind of pain in their lower abdomen. Now let us see what are the forms of treatment, conventional forms of treatment for fibroid. Here in this slide, we are going to discuss about the first line of treatment. By first line of treatment, I mean that the gynecologist might not suggest surgery as soon as you visit her. There will be first line of treatment, which can include gonadotropin releasing hormones, which are GnRH antagonists, and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, which are NSAIDs. They can give you hormonal birth control pills, progesterone IUCDs, which is intrauterine contraceptive devices, or selective progesterone modulators, or tranexamic acid. Remember that if the fibroid size is manageable, if the number of fibroids are also less than 5, they might suggest this kind of first line of treatment for you. So what do this gonadotropin releasing antagonists do? They will create a menopause like condition, so that the fibroid will not have enough of estrogen level, so that it will not grow. But remember, after stopping GnRH, you can again face the recurrence or regrowth of the fibroid. Apart from that, you will also have to remember that GnRH cannot be given to teenagers or to people who want to get or who are planning for a baby, because menopause like conditions are not favorable. And also, inducing menopause like symptoms can cause or have certain effect on the body because of hormonal disruption. Apart from that, NSAIDs are given for pain. They are painkillers. So whenever you're taking painkillers, remember the cause is not treated. It's just the response that is being subdued, or it is being monitored. So whenever you take this NSAIDs, you have to remember that they are not targeting the cause of the pain. And also, while taking NSAIDs, you need to take something that will not cause a lot of acid reflux. That is, you might take, or your doctor might suggest you to take proton pump inhibitors. And by taking proton pump inhibitors and NSAIDs, some people might experience acute gastritis or GERD like symptoms. Apart from that, they can ask you to take hormonal birth control pills, which is very famous because many percentage of people who are suffering from fibroids or PCOS or endometriosis or hemorrhages cysts of the ovary, they will be taking hormonal birth control pills. Everybody knows that they do come with side tag or side risk, which is weight gain. If you're stopping these pills for 1 or 2 days, if you forget it, you can have spotting or intermenstrual bleeding. And also sometimes these hormonal pills, which are supposed to cause shrinking in the fibroids, can also cause the fibroid to grow larger. We do not know how the body responds to this hormonal birth control pills. Apart from that, IUCDs, which are intrauterine contraceptive devices, it is a device which is put into the uterus so that it releases a little bit amount of progesterone day by day, so as to make this hormonal imbalance balanced out. But remember, IUCDs cannot be inserted into people who are not married, and also IUCDs cannot be inserted into people who are planning for pregnancy. And also, if the IUCDs are not proper in nature or not properly placed, they can cause uterine perforation. And also, after removing IUCDs, you can also have a recurrence of this fibroid. Apart from that, selective progesterone receptors are something which is much new. We do not have long-term effects of the selective progesterone receptors, but the thing that we know is they will act in a way where if the progesterone is low, they can increase it. If it is high, they can decrease it. So it is selective in nature. Their nature itself is selective in nature. You can plan as per the patient problem. But the thing with this is that it can cause nausea, it can cause dizziness, and also in some people it can cause liver damage as well. And then tranexamic acid is something which is given to stop or to reduce the amount of clots that the person is passing during their menstruation. After the stop of this tranexamic acid, the hormonal balance is not proper. They can again cause clots or again pass down clots, and also they can be recurrence of fibroid. It does nothing to shrink the fibroid, it just helps so that the person will not pass a larger number of clots. So coming to homeopathic form of treatment, we have seen how allopathic form of treatment is designed and for what purpose it is designed, and also we have seen the risk factors associated with it, right? Now we will see how homeopathy will be beneficial. The first thing is that we do not give any sort of painkillers, so that you don't have to use any proton pump inhibitors along with it, and it will not destroy your gut bacteria. We will not put any intrauterine devices into you. We are not giving you any contraceptives so that you can plan your pregnancy accordingly. We are not going to give you medicines or hormonal pills wherein if you stop it for 1 or 2 days, if you forget about it, there is no intermenstrual bleeding associated. And also the hormonal pills will cause weight gain in majority of people, but that is not seen in homeopathy. And hormonal pills can cause acne and also hair fall, so that is not seen in homeopathy. Apart from that, we have seen what is not seen in homeopathy. We'll see what homeopathy can do. So if you see, fibroids are usually caused by either by hormonal imbalance or genetic factors. See, the hormonal imbalance, we do not have any specific conventional form of treatment which if you use for 3 or 6 months, you will get cured and you will never have a hormonal imbalance again. It's not like that, right? But in homeopathy, we can give medications based on your cycle. Some people have stress and therefore develop hormonal disruption. Some people have improper sleep cycle, therefore develop hormonal imbalance. Some people have very bad lifestyle, therefore they can cause, or it can cause, hormonal imbalance. We have medications for each one of them, and also by using our medications, you can feel better psychologically as well as physically. If you use homeopathic treatment on a proper term or in a timely fashion, it will help you in giving you better health. It will balance out your hormones, and not only that, it will help you in dealing with your stress also, and it changes the response of your stress. Like, some people respond in a different manner to given trigger or to given stress. Some people start to weep, some people start to become an introvert, they do not like sharing anything. Some people start brooding. So that response to a trigger can be changed in homeopathic form of treatment by giving conventional form of medication. And apart from that, it will balance out your menstrual cycle, where your 35 days period of menstruation, or your 15 days cycle of menstruation, or your heavy bleeding, all of that can come to control in a timely fashion. And also there is improvement in anemia. By giving constitutional medication, your gut bacteria and also your gut will help in absorbing the nutrients in whatever food you're taking. So the absorption capability will increase, your lethargicness will decrease, your cortisol level will decrease, thereby you feel refreshed after sleep. Your sleeping pattern also, like some people have insomnia, especially if you're under stress, so that also might increase. Your sleep can also increase, I mean, like your sleep can be regularized or you feel refreshed after sleep. And also there is improvement in this iron deficiency anemia after giving constitutional medication, because the body will help in absorbing all of these nutrients to become a better you. We have seen the first line of treatment in conventional form of treatment and what homeopathy does, right? Now we will see what is the second line of conventional form of treatment. If the n number of fibroids are there, like if the fibroids are more than 5 or more than 3 in number and if the fibroid size is more, what will we do? They will be suggesting you for other forms of treatment. Or if after giving hormonal pills also the fibroids are not coming under control, they might suggest you for invasive non-invasive surgeries like myomectomy, where there is removal of the fibroid through laparoscopic procedure, and then there is myolysis, where there is use of energy, different kinds of energy to destroy or to shrink the fibroid. Apart from that, RFA, which is radio frequency ablation, focused radio frequency to remove the fibroid, and then UAE, which is embolization of the artery which is supplying the fibroid and destroying that blood supply, and MR HIFU, which is non-invasive in nature. All of these are minimally invasive. MR HIFU is magnetic resonance high intensity focused ultrasound. So this is also a procedure for fibroids which is non-invasive. And then we have hysterectomy, which is removal of the uterus. So all of these have their risk factors also, and even hysterectomy has its own risk factor. What are those? Let us see. Every surgery comes with a risk and a complication, right? Every surgery, if it is minimally invasive or normal surgery, there can be risk of having infections and also complications. If the surgery is not performed properly, if the infection starts, then the pelvic adhesions can happen, which can lead into further more problems or furthermore deterioration of your health. Apart from that, in minimally invasive surgeries, the recovery time, although it is less, you have to see that all of this RFA, UAE, myolysis or MR HIFU have no long-term studies. So we do not know if it has any sort of problems that it creates after the procedure is being done. This invasive and non-invasive procedures or minimally invasive procedures, you have to remember that there can be a recurrence of fibroid if the cause of the fibroid is not corrected. And the cause of the fibroid, if it is hormonal imbalance, then there is no particular treatment or particular set of points that allopathy people follow to correct your hormonal balance, right? So they give synthetic hormones. As long as you're using them, it is right. After you stop, then again this starts, right? So that's not there in homeopathy. Apart from that, there are certain limitations in specific cases for these procedures to be done. If you're taking myolysis, if you're taking RFA, if you're taking UAE, if you're taking MR HIFU, you have to remember that the size of the fibroid should be less or very moderate in size, and also the fibroid's count should not exceed 5. If the fibroid count is exceeding 5, or if there is a cervical, or if it is a pedunculated fibroid, or if the fibroid is larger in size, then all of these procedures cannot be performed. And also, if you're someone who is planning for pregnancy after these procedures, we do not know if this high intensity frequency radiation or high intensity frequency energy that we are giving to shrink the fibroid, we do not know if it will affect the baby on a long term basis, or we do not know if it will cause any sort of problems in the mother. And even after doing this procedure, you have to wait for a good 6 months to 1 year for your next conceiving or for your next pregnancy. So these are some of the limitations. Apart from that, we have to talk about hysterectomy, the alternate solution for all of the other procedures that we have said, right? So hysterectomy has this problem where the hormonal imbalance is created after the removal of the uterus. There is, androgen hormone is flushing, and then you feel you have unwanted hair sometimes. Some people have hot flushes, some people experience thyroid symptoms, some people experience vaginal dryness and discomfort during intercourse, some people experience hair fall, some people experience really dry skin, and also some people experience, there is hypocalcemia condition after hysterectomy, and also the risk for cardiac diseases is also much more increased in people who had menopause or who have had the uterus or their ovaries removed and have got induced menopause condition also. So all of this have this risk, complications and limitations to the procedures. Now let us see how homeopathy is different from allopathic form of treatment. Now we will see how homeopathy is different. So homeopathy is utterly safe to use. It's completely effective in nature, and not only that, you will see it will balance your hormones, it will regulate the cycle. There is no limitations. Like even if your fibroid size is 8 to 10 centimeters, we can still treat it. If the number of fibroids are more, also we can treat it. And also there is no post-surgical infection issue with it. There is no effect on the fertility as such. So we have long-term studies in homeopathy. It is a system of medicine which has been there since 250 years. So we know what effects are caused because of these medications. And apart from that, you don't have to remove the uterus. You don't have to create a menopause-like condition. There is no hot flushes. There is no hypocalcemia or low calcium level in the blood. And also, you're not prone to minor fractures if you're falling somewhere. Even a little bit of sprain can cause hairline fracture in people who have got their menopause induced. And it relieves the symptoms and cures the condition, and the recurrency rate compared to allopathic form of treatment is low. What happens if you neglect fibroids or any of these female reproductive organ diseases? Remember that fibroids do come because of hormonal imbalance, and they can also, if they are not coming due to hormonal imbalance, they can create hormonal imbalance. And hormonal imbalance can create PCOS, it can create endometriosis, adenomyosis, bulky uterus, and fertility issues as well. So if you're someone who is a teenager, if you're someone who's just married and you just want to have kids, make sure you take doctor consultation as soon as possible so that you don't complicate your problem. And people who have already got married, have their kids, remember that fibroid has very less chance of getting cancer, but although the chances are not zero. And also the fibroid can grow really large, causing a lot of blood to go, and you can face severe anemia, and you have to get a blood transfusion done along with hysterectomy. So please do not neglect any of your female reproductive organ disease complaints. Coming to the consultation part, if you're someone who's suffering from female reproductive organ diseases, remember Fideicus Homeopathy is the best choice. Here we have two kinds of consultation options, one being the online consultation option, the second being the in-person or the offline consultation option. If you're someone who's staying near the nearest branch of Fideicus, you can come and contact us in person. But if you're someone who's staying really far from our Fideicus branch, you can contact us either through audio or through video consultation. After the case taking has been done, we will ask you for necessary investigations. If you have already got it covered, you can share it with us. And if you have not, we will tell you what investigations you should be doing, and you can get it done and share the results with us. After the whole procedure has been done, especially to the online clients, medicine will be door delivered to you. If you're staying in India, it can take 3 to 4 business days. If you're staying in USA, 3 to 5 business days. And if you're staying elsewhere across the globe, it can take 4 to 8 business days for our medicines to reach you. If you're someone who is suffering from female reproductive organ diseases, you can call us on this number, WhatsApp us, or message us on this number to take doctor consultation. Apart from that, if you want to know more about Fideicus Homeopathy, you can check our website www.fideicus.com. If you're someone who's suffering from fibroids or any other female reproductive organ diseases or fertility issues, remember that Fideicus Homeopathy is the answer. We have seen by how homeopathy is more or has more benefits compared to allopathy in female reproductive organ diseases. Now we will let you know why Fideicus Homeopathy is the best choice. Remember, Fideicus Homeopathy stands for highest chance of health. We have had high success rate in treating all of these female reproductive organ diseases. Good success rate is there. Apart from that, transparent treatment. We do not have a gray area between the patient and the doctor. We will tell you about your prognosis and about your condition as well. And the personal care here at Fideicus Homeopathy is top-notch. We will be answering you all of your unanswered questions, your myths, and whatever doubts you have about your condition. If you want to choose health, if you want to choose cure, if you want to choose a better life, choose Fideicus Homeopathy. Thank you.